Okay, so one of the questions that I start just about every processing session with is describe your mood level. And the average person really struggles to answer that question because most people don't know what a mood is. So this is taken from the Knowledgism Dictionary from Alan C. Walter, and it says, the state of mind or feeling stemming from one's emotional condition. Observation of the emotional state of someone who tells you what mood they are in. And then a temporary state of mind or feeling as evidenced by the tendency of one's thoughts. And I think that's such a powerful definition, because how many times are your thoughts changing the way you feel without you even realizing it? So when we look at a mood, are you aware of your emotional state? And essentially, emotions, Alan says it's energy in motion. So when you look at your mood, where is your energy flowing? Where is it going? Because that energy is in motion. So, when you're angry and you're like throwing stuff at people, what's the energy level? And when you're sad versus when you're happy. And it is so important when you look at moods. Can you describe the mood that you're in? Can you actually take the time to look up certain words? So I've often heard people say, I just want to be happy. And then you ask them, well, what does happiness mean to you? And the average person today actually doesn't know what that means. And so it's just, go look up the definition of happy in the dictionary. And is that how you feel? People will say, I'm anxious. Okay, so describe it. Tell me about it. And then they actually realize that they're not anxious, they're more fearful, or they're frustrated, or they're upset. So it is important with a mood, to be able to describe that mood, because when you can describe it, then you have a choice what you want to do with it. Because if you know that you're angry, you can go, well, is that a mood that I want to be in? And you can ask yourself, whose mood is it? Is it even mine? A lot of times people will pick up moods from other people, or they'll pick up moods from, as it says here, around thoughts. So that a temporary state of mind or feeling as evidenced by the tendency of one's thought. And often we don't even realize what our thoughts are. So you can go into a store and the cashier is grumpy as heck, and you go, subconsciously, this is unpleasant. Cashier's flipping grumpy. And then you leave the store and you, and if you're not aware that you picked up that person's mood, you can go through the whole day being super grumpy, and then somebody asks you, why are you so grumpy? And like, I don't know. It's just the way I am. But if you acknowledge that you're upset or you're grumpy or whatever the mood is, you can then change it. So the biggest thing with moods is it starts off with, can you actually acknowledge and identify the mood that you are in? Because when you can do that, you have the power to change it. You have the power to change your state or the way you do things. And so I often find myself, I go into this sort of everything has to be done perfectly state. And my mood is very abrupt and very aggressive, because I need to get stuff done now. Now I have a choice. I can stay in that aggressive mood, or I can change it and I can be passionate about it. And I can go, okay, cool, let's do this, let's do that, change that, change this, do this, put the tablecloth straight, put the book straight. Or I can go into this like aggressive state of, you're doing it wrong. But it's just understanding, for me, I have to be aware that I become very aggressive when I am training people and in terms of setting up rooms. But once I'm aware that I'm aggressive, then I can change it to a lot more passionate, and we can actually have some fun while we're setting up the rooms. Was that something that was easy? No, it's taken me a long time to get to the point where I can have fun with those things, but it started off with my awareness of my mood level and how I affect other people, because moods they get transferred onto other people. They're infectious because it's energy. So, you know, if you walk into a room full of people laughing, no matter how down in the dumps you are, your energy will probably pick up. So it's having that awareness of, you know, where are you feeling? When did you start feeling like that? What thought were you having that changed your mood? And then you can change your mood back to something that you want. I hope this has been helpful.